Alright, folks, welcome back to another Talking Music with Mike Stone. I am, as the title implies, Mike Stone. Um, Today, we are going to start a little run of box sets from one of my favorite bands of all time, and that would be Metallica. So we're going to start off with the Kill 'Em All Deluxe box set. So, with that, go get whatever you need to sit through a little bit of me talking, and be that snacks or hard liquor, whichever. I understand and I don't judge. So, anyway, I'll be back with you here in a minute, and we'll start going through that son of a bitch. All right, folks, welcome back. So, as the preview implied, and the little splash picture that I made for the video implies, we are going to talk about the deluxe box set for Kill 'Em All, which was released back in 2018, I believe. And there's quite a bit of ground to cover there, so it's a fairly big set. But before we do that, recent acquisitions. And I didn't really plan on this, but I had to run into Walmart to look for a battery for my wife's truck. And I seen that they had a reissue copy of Dr. Feelgood. Admittedly, this era of Motley, I'm not a huge fan of. I'm a Too Fast for Love and Shout at the Devil guy. I really don't care much past that. There's a couple of good songs on here that I like, so. But I'm going to run through some of its features real quick. Now, when you find this in the Walmart store, you're going to notice that there's a lenticular sheet. And you'll notice that my jacket doesn't have that. I'll tell you about that here in a second. So, here is the lenticular sheet. Now, this is stuck to the record by some sticky tack in 4 places on the back. And I assumed, kind of like what the original Psycho Circus LP was, that it was stuck pretty good on the jacket. So when I got it home and sleeved it, I went to slide it down into the sleeve, and that sleeve went right into that sticky tack and just lifted this thing plumb off. So, my bad, but, it is a removable sheet. And my guess is, I forget, there's like 5 or 6 editions that they did with this. You've got like a Walmart exclusive, Target exclusive, online exclusive, maybe an Amazon or a Best Buy. I mean, there's a bunch of different editions. So my guess is they printed one jacket, and then all the different editions would get a different barcode sticker, which this sticker was on the shrink wrap. I lifted it off, as I do with stickers, and I placed a barcode on the jacket. That's just how I do things. Your mileage may vary, but yeah, it will be sitting on the shelf like this with a lenticular insert. And now that lenticular sheet, if you notice, I don't know how good my camera's picking up there. So there's your original Dr. Feelgood album with that tile wall looking all new and shit. And then when you move it, now you've got that tile wall aged 35 years now. So yeah, just a neat little touch there. So here's your stickers that come with the Walmart edition. You know, there's the Walmart sticker, and then there's the factory hype sticker. And we have an inner sleeve, which is some new artwork for the inner sleeve. And then the lyrics on the back of that. And then the vinyl is a white with red, pink splatter. Vinyl looks pretty nice. There's a couple of editions that I like better. When I saw this in the store, for some reason, I was thinking it was a clear-based splatter, and you know, so I mean, the white's a little different from what I thought, but that was just me misunderstanding it. So yeah, there are a ton of different editions for this reissue. And then there is a whole ass box set with all your stuff that you're accustomed to getting in a deluxe box set nowadays. You know, your tour books and well, I don't think there's a tour book in that one, but I think a press kit and some other shit. And then all the demos and live stuff. Honestly, I'm not a big enough fan of Dr. Feelgood to spring for the box set. You know, this is little later in the Motley game than what I usually care for. So, well, like I said, there's a few good songs on here, but it's not Too Fast for Love or Shout at the Devil. So there's that. And then, kind of going along with the Kill 'Em All theme, I figured I'd bring this out. This was a Record Store Day release, 2016, 2017. It's a cassette, and it's the No Life Til Leather demo. So this is the demo that they recorded before Cliff joined, and Dave was on guitar, for what that's worth. And yeah, they released this on Record Store Day. I want to say it was 2016 or 17. I'm pretty sure when I got this, I had no idea about the Kill 'Em All coming yet. So, yeah, it was kind of good to get a re-release of that. I have played this cassette on my deck up there and digitized it into my computer so I don't have to repeatedly play the cassette. So, there's that. And it was not included in the box set for reasons that we've all heard. All I can say is we're getting one side of the story from there. So, you know, is it true? Might be. But, like I said, only one side of the story, so who knows. So now, let's get into the Kill 'Em All box set. Ooh. So this is a biggin. It's got the artwork printed on the box, is kind of like a canvas material. You've got the Kill 'Em All logo on the side, and then on the back you've got another little Kill 'Em All related picture. And then there is a hologram down below that is numbered, and I don't know how good I'm going to get that to show up. There we go. So mine is number 3078 of 30,000. So they make plenty of these box sets. There's no shortage of them. I gotta sneeze. Oh, excuse me. All right. Ugh. Yeah, I hold my nose when I sneeze. So it's a big, thick box set. Opens up like a pizza box-ish. And I'm having a hard time finding where to set this thing, because I didn't think about that beforehand. Alright, that'll work. Okay, so first things first, we have a hype sticker for the box set. And this was before I learned how to lift a hype sticker from shrink wrap, so it's still got a little shrink on it. I just never got around to actually trying my other method for getting hype stickers off of shrink wrap, because, I mean, hell, I've had it for years now. So there's your hype sticker, kind of saying what all's there. And then we got a content sheet. Reiterating what all is in there. And we have an iron-on patch. I mean, it's for a vest, but honestly, who's doing that? So I'm sure somebody out there has, but that's a little beyond my willingness to partake in. Alright. So there's that. And then we get a reissue of the vinyl album. And it's got the original big Kill 'Em All logo instead of the little one that came later. On the back, it's got the Rich Birch quote, "Bang the head that does not bang." I don't remember if this was missing off of any vinyl copies, but I do know, like, CD copies didn't have that quote on it. Okay, as far as inner sleeves go, it's just a plain white inner sleeve. But they did recreate the original inner sleeve artwork on a two-sided sheet. So that is one side of the original inner sleeve, and then you've got the lyrics on the other. And for the first few box sets, every different piece had a download card. And then eventually it would go to just one download card for the whole set. So I covered up the code because I don't remember if I used the download card or not, or if I actually sat through and ripped everything from a CD, which there's a vinyl show that I would have had to have used the card for. So, and then we get to the vinyl. It's a 180 gram black vinyl. It's got those original silver labels that the original Megaforce edition used to have. And this is just the 10-song version of the album. Am I Evil and Blitzkrieg are not here, so those are actually on the Ride the Lightning set, because they were recorded later on in '84. So there's the original album. Alright, and then we get a picture disc single for Jump in the Fire. And I'm covering up my download card down here because I don't remember if I used it or not. So, yeah, you got the Jump in the Fire single. And it's backed with live versions of Phantom Lord and Seek and Destroy. And then our first bootleg show. This is from the, I hate saying words that are in other countries because I know I butcher them, but Espace Ballard. It's in Paris, France, February 9th, 1984. It's a 2 LP set. It's a non-gatefold jacket, just like your typical bootlegs would have been back then. And then black vinyl with just plain white labels. And then the track listing is the Ecstasy of Gold, so they have been using that for a long time. Hit the Lights, The Four Horsemen, Jump in the Fire, Phantom Lord, No Remorse, Ride the Lightning, which would have been an unreleased tune at the time, Motor Breath, Anesthesia, Whiplash, Seek and Destroy, and Metal Militia. So, good early on concert there. Then we have a book full of notes and photos and essays and whatnot. Get that in the frame a little bit. So, I'm not going to show everything, but just a nice little representation of what's there. And it's a good sturdy book with good binding. The cover does flex a little bit. I don't know what the material is, but all these pages are nice and glossy, and I believe this book will stand up for many years. And again, it's got that Kill 'Em All related artwork on it. And then we get to the CD portion of the set. Of course, you've got the original album remastered. Opens up to a gatefold. And again, it's the 10 song version of the album. It has a booklet with all your lyrics and what have you. Notice the Rich Birch quote is missing. And then the disc itself. So there's the original album. All right. And now we've got a bunch of bonus content. All right. So, this CD here is just interview and radio IDs That's radio ID is where they say, hey, this is James Hetfield and you're listening to insert radio station call letters here. You know, stuff like that. And then there's a Metal Forces magazine interview with Lars. So that's just 2 tracks on here. So, and then we have the rough mixes from Lars's Vault and the Whiplash EP tracks. So you've got rough mixes for Motor Breath, Hit the Lights, Anesthesia, Seek and Destroy, Phantom Lord, Whiplash, Four Horsemen. Rough mix, that's just a quick mix put together just to hear how everything sounds. It's not the finished product. You're still liable to hear some count-ins or other ways to keep time during breaks in the song. So, and I mean, there may not even be a vocal track or a lead guitar track yet. Then we've got the live versions of Seek and Destroy and Phantom Lord, which were on the back of the Jump in the Fire single and also the Whiplash single in the U.S. And speaking of Whiplash, you have the Neck Brace remix, which was on the 12-inch single. And Okay. I was getting confused there for a second because it's Seek and Destroy and Phantom Lord are on here twice. But if you'll notice, track number 8, it says not live from the Automat for Seek and Phantom. And then you've got the album track for Jump in the Fire. And then you've got Whiplash. And then you've got Seek and Phantom live from the Automat. So one has the crowd noise piped in, the other one doesn't. They were recorded in a studio. So, all right. And now we get to some live shows. We've got live at the Keystone in Palo Alto, California in 1983. CDs pretty much all look the same with that basic white look to them. I didn't think to show the CDs of the other 2 editions, so there's the interview and radio IDs. And then the rough mixes and what have you not. Get in there. The clear plastic sleeves did not come with the set. I bought these and used them myself. So, all right, back to the live show. So, Palo Alto, California. There's your disc. Track listing. We got Hit the Lights, The Four Horsemen, Jump in the Fire, Fight Fire with Fire, again, would have been an unreleased track at the time. Ride the Lightning, again. Phantom Lord, When Hell Freezes Over, which is an early version of the Call of Cthulhu, unreleased at the time. Seek and Destroy, and it has a tape cut in the middle of it. Anesthesia, Whiplash, Creeping Death, again, another unreleased song at the time. A guitar solo, and Metal Militia. And then we get another live show. Live at the JB's Rock in Middletown, New York. This one has the Four Horsemen, Jump in the Fire, Fight Fire with Fire, Ride the Lightning, Phantom Lord, Seek and Destroy, and Whiplash. And then that white CD again. So they were playing Ride the Lightning material fairly early on. So, and then we have a DVD And this is live at the Metro in Chicago, Illinois. And some of this will look familiar to you because it's on the Cliff 'Em All video. Like if you have Cliff 'Em All, the version of Metal Militia there, where James holds up a copy of the record and then tosses it out in the crowd. That's this show here. So we have Hit the Lights, which there's no audio. They didn't start recording at the soundboard. And same with the Four Horsemen, the next song. In Jump in the Fire, it says somebody finally hit record about halfway through the song. So, audio starts playing during Jump in the Fire. Then Phantom Lord, No Remorse, Anesthesia, Whiplash, Seek and Destroy, a guitar solo, and then Metal Militia. So that's some nice little early on audio content from the Kill 'Em All for One tour, as they called it. And that rounds out the Kill 'Em All box set. So yeah, it's pretty nice to finally have some of this material all together in one package. And if I remember correctly, and I think I do, the Kill 'Em All and Ride the Lightning box sets were released the same day. I want to say they were released together, and then they started doing them one at a time. So yeah, you got all of that together in one nice package. Rolls up in a box pretty nice and neat like. And they just get bigger from here, folks. So, and yeah, mine's all dusty and shit. So yeah, there is the Kill 'Em All box set. And yeah, there will be some future episodes of me talking about the other box sets. So if Metallica is your thing, stay tuned because I've got more. So anyway, thank you for hanging in there with me, and I will catch you the next time.